Hey guys, it's me, Kaylee, your favorite quad. So it is the 12-year anniversary of my accident. So I thought I would tell you guys the story of my accident. I'm just gonna go right into it. So I was 14 on my way to a party with friends. I say friends loosely though. They're not really my friends. Maybe one of them was. Anyways, there was 7 of us in an Impala, which obviously, only seats 5. And I was sitting in the back seat. So how we were seated was the driver, my friend in the passenger seat, and one girl in the back seat, another girl, me, a guy and then a girl on his lap. And we didn't have seatbelts on. The driver was going, according to the police reports, 110, but I'm not really sure. And I remember we were telling him to slow down and he wouldn't slow down. And I don't remember any of this stuff, but we hit a dip in the road and the car went airborne, and the car hit a telephone pole and completely split in half. Where the motor is on the car completely separated from the car, and all 4 of us girls in the back seat flew out of the car because we didn't have our seatbelts on. The guy in the driver's seat remained in the car. The passenger put his seatbelt on mid-air. The other guy in the back seat remained in the car. I landed on the girl sitting next to me. She landed face down on the concrete and I landed face down on her back. The only thing I remember is I woke up and it was really, really bright in my face and kind of like this ring light, but anyways. And some guy was like, "Do you know what happened?" And I'm like, "No." He's like, "You were in an accident." And I was completely calm. I had no idea what was going on. And the whole time I was laying on top of the other girl. And I was like, "Oh, okay, well, can you call my mom?" And I gave him the phone number. He called my mom. My parents showed up the same time as the ambulance. And then I blacked out. I don't remember. And then I woke up to hear somebody screaming, like, "My baby, my baby." And it happened to be the girl that I landed on. It was her mom. And I blacked out again. And I don't really remember anything until a few weeks later in the hospital, and everything's kind of mixed of what I do remember of what's real and what's not, because I was on a lot of morphine. But I don't remember the moment when they told me, "Oh, you're gonna be quadriplegic, you're never gonna walk again," anything like that. So I just kind of like knew, I guess. Somebody had to tell me eventually, and I think I dealt with it okay. It wasn't like, I was 14, so you kind of adapt easier when you're younger. And so awkward. So I spent 3 months in the hospital. I tried to go to inpatient rehab to basically teach me how to live like this. So when you're C5 quadriplegic, you have no finger function, and you can't move anything from the chest down. So I have no movement of my fingers, but I do have wrist function, and I just had surgery on my right arm to get wrist function. That's why my hand is so fat. But you kind of learn to do everything with your wrist function. That's something like really huge. And they wouldn't accept me at any inpatient rehab because I was a minor and there was all kinds of things. So I feel like I missed out on a lot because I never got to go to inpatient rehab and kind of learn the ropes of everything. And now I'm going through like tendon transfers and things to get more movement and to be basically more independent because I cannot do anything on my own. I am in a manual chair, but it's hard for me to push uphill or anything like that. It's just more convenient to go in vehicles because obviously it's expensive to get an adapted vehicle. And I remember being like, while I was in the hospital, everything was okay because my friends would still come visit me. You know, it was like the cool thing to go see me in the hospital. But once I came home, nobody came to see me. My friends would tell me they were coming and they would never show up, and it just kind of like, it was truly like heartbreaking. It crushed any confidence that I had. I thought like, oh, who wants to be my friend because I'm just the girl in the wheelchair now. And they wouldn't come see me. I wouldn't even go out of my house. I didn't even want to go in the front yard. I would cry anytime I had to go out. I remember specifically, it was my brother's birthday, and my family was going to the mall to California Pizza Kitchen or something, and I cried because I didn't want to go. I was so embarrassed to see anybody that I knew. I didn't want them to see me like that. I thought like, oh, you know, eventually I'm gonna get over it and I'm gonna walk and I'm gonna be fine, and I don't want anybody to see me in this wheelchair or anything like that. So my grandma ended up staying home with me and I didn't have to go, but eventually, like, I just kind of had to get over it. My mom basically told me, this is your life now, so you either need to go out and live it or you can just sit here and cry and, you know, suffer. So I kind of think now that that's just like my motto. Like, I need to get out there and I need to live life. I only get one chance. I almost lost it, so I might as well do the best that I can and enjoy everything that I can while I can. And if I have any advice for anybody that's newly injured, it's that you just need to suck it up, go out, enjoy the things that you can while you still can. Yeah, people are gonna stare at you. Yeah, it's gonna be awkward, but you're gonna be all right. You might as well dress cute, do your makeup, do your hair, whatever, and give them something to look at. So now I try to get out, enjoy things the best that I can, and it truly helps if you have a good support system. My family does everything for me. If I want to crowd surf, they'll help me. If I want to get out and twerk, they're gonna help me. So basically, you can still live your life even though things are different. Yeah, you may look different, you may be sitting, but it's all right. You're gonna be okay, and life goes on, so you better live it while you can. Enjoy every moment that you have while you have it.